We be fussing, we be screaming, but you the one I wanna lay beside this evening. I'm gonna come back even when I'm leaving. You give good love and I receive it. When you feeling down, I'ma sing to you. That ring on your finger got a ring to it. That's that real love, God-fearing love. It may not be how we dreamed it, but it's still love. Can we ever sit down? Talk to me nice, I'ma talk back, baby. You know how we get down. Yeah, the way we gon' work it out.
I am Pastor Julius, and this is my lovely wife.
What up?
In love sometimes.
MMGA.
Sometimes you know. Hey, and sometimes it's right.
MMGA.
On everything.
MMGA.
No one must have.
Hey, MMGA.
No,
MMGA.
Exhale.
MMGA.
Shoot, 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 baby. Shoot. Oh, hey. Shoot, hey. I watched the Whitney Houston movie and it just...
Was it good?
Yeah, man. So, like, what I've learned about movies, or what are they called when they're
Documentaries?
No, just when you get movies that are based on true story. It depends on whose version of the story is being told. So it's kind of like the Gospels, right? Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John might have all been together watching something, but if you read Matthew, it reads different than John because their accounts are different. Same thing when it comes to, what are they called?
Biographies? I don't know.
No, biopics? I don't know. Anyway, so this one that we just watched is her mom and I think Clive Davis and some other people.
Their perspective.
It was their perspective. And baby, their perspective was different than anything I've ever seen.
Their perspective. Their perspective was their perspective.
And I watched the movie with my homegirl, and my homegirl was saying, because she's a huge Whitney Houston fan, and she's watched all of them, and she said in the other ones, they alluded to some things, but they really didn't go into great detail. This one went into great detail about Whitney being a carpet muncher.
Well, wait a minute. Let's change that terminology. About Whitney practicing homosexuality. So because here's why though. Here's why though maybe that part of her life wasn't as accessible to some of those other people. Maybe she wasn't as open, because the truth of the matter is that sometimes you're more comfortable with being who you are or exposing what you do around certain people than other people.
No, what it was the other ones were, I think, just being kind, because Bobby Brown has his life story, and it alludes to there being something there. This one went into full-fledged detail about this woman being in a lover romantic relationship
with another woman,
with Whitney Houston, and it goes through Whitney Houston stopping because of how she was raised.
Wow. Well, I mean,
but she was a phenomenal. Like, just to watch. We get rare gifts in this life. There will never be another Whitney Houston. There will never be another Michael Jackson. There will never be another Michael Jordan. Like, there'll never be another LeBron. I think we are gifted in this life with these rare gems. And sometimes I think because it seems to us that there's so many of them, or we get them all the time. In reality, they're not as many as you think, and they don't come as often as you think.
Yeah.
I think that when you look at your lifetime, you're able to in my lifetime, I've had all of these greats. But if you think about these people having to rise where they had in order to be the greatest, they had to beat out trillions of other people to be the greatest at what they have accomplished.
And then, though, when you think about it, though, truth be told, they didn't have to beat out nobody. Because it wasn't no competition.
What not like Clive Davis said that Whitney Houston's voice was like glass.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. LeBron James is being LeBron James.
He ain't been being nobody
He
else.
beat out nobody. He LeBron James.
Ain't nobody else to beat.
You know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson was Michael Jackson. He just, you know what I'm saying? Like, these people were just these people.
Yeah.
You know, and they were just tremendously impactful for whatever generation that they were involved in, just honestly.
I've had a lot of greats from my generation, just from the 1980 to now.
Yeah.
It's a lot of gems, man, that I can say.
And I think what some people probably will wonder is what would make those people like that. Like, I think it's pretty easy to see LeBron James, like 6'8", 250 pounds, running and jumping, skilled. Like, that's easy to see.
Well, it has nothing to do with his height and his weight, because you have other men that are 6'8".
Well, I said running and jumping and skilled. Like,
so you would say his
skilled
athleticism
at
sets
that
him apart.
size and the skill. You know what I'm saying?
Athleticism, his skill, his basketball IQ.
But here's the deal, though. There's even something else, because there's been, I'm sure, plenty of guys 6'8", 250 that could run and jump like that.
It's an it factor.
It's something else that it separates him from the pack.
It's the it.
And it's like Whitney Houston. You can't tell me, out of all of the people that sang,
Right.
all of the artists we've had make records, do these things. You mean tell me couldn't nobody sing as good, if not better, than Whitney Houston?
So there's this part of the movie where Clive Davis is playing these tapes for her, and she's able within 15 seconds, she goes, no, no, no. And she hears something, and she's like, wait, yes.
See?
It's just that whatever that is,
Yeah.
that's what separates them.
Now, and so you think about like Michael Jackson. Mm-hmm. Michael Jackson wasn't one of the best singers by far, no. By far, no way. But you think about his entertainment stuff.
Since he was a child, he was an entertainer.
And here's what I will say to that, though. This is what I will say to that. We've had people that could dance and entertain since Michael Jackson, as good as Michael Jackson. It's just something about certain people, man, when they're able to do it. It's the right time. It's the right situation.
Yeah.
It's the right everything. They
Yeah.
just and it impacts a generation.
In generations.
You know what I'm saying? It impacts
Because
generation.
Michael Jackson was my mom's generation, but
Yeah.
it impacted me. So you had little boy Michael Jackson, who my mom was in love with, right? But then you had Thriller Michael Jackson that I knew, or Remember the Time Mike Jack that I knew.
Right.
So he was affecting generations,
Right.
and he was still just this bona fide entertainer, the same entertainer that my mom used to watch on the Dick Clark show.
Yeah.
And she was fascinated with. It was the same entertainer that I was looking at the Remember the Time video, and my mind was blown.
And he said, "When we first met, girl, when we fell in love, you remember the time,
I would you remember.
those sweet memories, they will always be dear to me. And girl, no matter what you say." Yeah, that Mike is the one who rocked your world, huh?
Yes, and the Thriller one scared me. Ooh, I was scared when I was.
But
little.
I think though, man, it's something about these people who we named. They just
no,
have.
it is an intangible.
Yeah.
You cannot
Put your finger on it. It's tough.
finger on it, but you know it's there.
Yeah. Sometimes you
know
can
it's
put your
there.
finger. I feel like LeBron, I can put my finger
No,
on
you can't.
LeBron's.
The reason why you can't, because you just said it. There's so many 6'8", 230 athletic vertical jump out the gym. Like, okay, right? The NBA Hall of Fame is full of them. You cannot put it where. What is it? Same thing with Michael Jordan. What was it? He's flying through the air.
And there was
From the foul
there was
line.
other people who could do that. You're
Kareem
saying.
and them was doing it.
Well, I mean, they were different positions, but I see what you're saying. It's I don't know. It's something about you think about voices, great orators of our day.
Like I think like Mariah Carey. Her thing was nobody could hit that octave.
Yeah.
Because Mariah Carey can't hit that octave no more neither. She uses tracks. But in her prime, nobody was a R&B, pop, hip hop soprano one.
Well, what makes like you think about go to rap? What makes the Jay-Z?
That's just Negro don't write nothing down.
What makes Nas? What makes,
It's the it.
you know what I mean? What makes these guys
It's the intangible. It's
the impact that they had? It's almost like this. What the Bible said. The Bible said a word spoken in due season is like apples of gold and pictures of silver.
Gee, money Christmas. That's so dope.
You know what I'm
Is that in
saying?
Proverbs.
Yeah, it's in Proverbs. And so you think about that, like it's the right word at the right time. You know what I'm saying? It's the right situation at the right time.
Yeah.
That's what makes all the difference in the world.
That's cold.
You know what I'm saying? That's what Jay-Z it says it was the mouthpiece for hustlers.
And has been.
And he was able to say the right stuff at the right time that just make people go crazy.
Jigga, listen. If you ever watch MMGA, which I hope you get a chance, you and Beyonce sitting there chilling with the kids watching.
Young Beyonce.
Listen, if you ever go on tour, I promise you that's it for me. That is, you could sell out Madison Square tonight. He would sell it out tonight.
Yeah, he
right
would.
now at
He would.
50, whatever he is.
He would.
I would buy 2 VIP tickets and would be there front and center rapping almost every word. He would be rapping every word. I would be almost rapping every word because he is the GOAT. And when we use the term GOAT or when people are goated, it's the like I know it's there, but
What is it?
I know it's there. I just don't know what it is. Like, is it a little bit of nutmeg? Like what is it? It's it's man, when God was making the ingredients for these people, that one is on the secret menu.
No one saw that one. That's
No.
a secret. That's a secret seasoning.
It's a secret sauce. It cannot be duplicated. Many have tried, but they cannot get it down. Chris Brown is great. They compare him to Michael Jackson. He is not Mike Jack.
Well,
he can dance like him.
For us, he's not. For us,
Michael
he's
Jackson still. So YouTube is a beautiful thing because King of Zion are now watching.
So Mike is an icon.
Yes.
Chris Brown's not an icon.
No.
He's not iconic.
Icon is a different. That's like going diamond.
What about Usher? Is he iconic? 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my drop top, cruising the streets.
I think his music is timeless. I don't know if he's iconic.
I got a real pretty, pretty little thing that's waiting for me. I pull up,
Hey.
anticipating good love. Don't keep me waiting. I got plans to put my hands in places I've never seen, girl. You know what I mean. Nice and quiet.
Ow.
There ain't no one there to interrupt. Ain't gotta rush. I just wanna take it nice and slow. And I've been waiting for that for so long.
All right.
Making love until the sun comes up. Baby,
All right.
I just wanna take it nice and slow.
Julius.
Now here we
No,
are.
I'm not gonna let you go the whole song.
Around town.
Stop. That's ridiculous.
So he ain't iconic?
No, his music is timeless.
That's tough, Shantae.
Usher being an icon.
That's tough.
Because you have to think about who went before him.
It's tough.
For me, here now y'all gonna hate me for this, but is R. Kelly an icon? Take away the crime. Is R. Kelly an icon?
R. Kelly was the best R&B cat dog ever.
Ever.
And I
This
know
is not about the crimes.
he did what he, I ain't
But
promoting
he was
none of
the
what he
best
did and all that.
R&B. If R. Kelly didn't commit those crimes, we wouldn't even be having a discussion about these other people because he would still be putting out music at 60 years old.
Yeah, I don't know if he that old, but he was
Oh,
cold.
he's in his 50s. I mean, he's probably closer to 60 than he's not.
He was cold, man. And so,
Like
but anyways,
Bill Cosby, despite the pills, iconic. So I think what makes you an icon is when you have blazed the trail and you torch it to where nobody can follow you. That is icon.
first.
First and last.
So I feel like that's what makes Mike cold.
Correct.
Mike Jordan, he was people's firsts when it came to that basketball stuff. What he was
And
doing,
last.
and right, Michael Jackson.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
They blazed the trail and then they torched the mug to where nobody else Nobody else. Think about it. When I think we talked about this the other day about LeBron and the whole LeBron and Michael Jordan conversation. LeBron has not affected the culture like Michael Jordan did.
Michael Jordan affected the culture. He hit with them Jordans.
So today,
ain't nobody
now,
still trying to rock the LeBron Jameses. Even
Correct.
though they cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like the shoe and all that, but we rocking Jordan 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, 11s. Right now, it's affected our culture to where people are creating
now
stores.
LeBron has affected basketball culture, and I think he has affected different pockets of culture. But when you think of like just, when I say culture, I don't mean black culture. I mean just like people.
I feel like LeBron has opened up the eyes to a lot of the business of basketball as far as being a mogul.
Michael Jordan did not do that.
Michael Jordan did shoes. His shoes probably make more money than
but LeBron has done more as far as like
outside of basketball.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Been a voice for our generation when it comes to politics.
Nah, he don't really speak
Not
for
politics.
us.
When it comes for black people and things.
He don't really speak for us.
Injustice, he does.
Nah, he speaks out. He don't speak for us. I feel like there's some things he's spoken about, but he don't speak for us. He's not our voice.
He's pretty wise when it comes to how he treads.
You know what I'm saying? He's not our voice. But I think Michael Jordan affected culture with them shoes and with what's old boy's name? The movie producer or Spike Lee.
Iconic.
And that's what it was. See, it was that connection with Spike Lee.
Spike Lee is an icon.
Yeah, and that's what it did for Jordan. Is that connection with Spike Lee with them Jordans is helped him out a lot. That was a good connection.
Yeah, Spike Lee is an icon. There's not been another.
Spike Lee's an icon?
Bro, what?
Really?
Yes.
I guess so.
It was produced like icon.
It's another black movie
John
producer.
Singleton is an icon.
John Singleton was nasty. Yeah.
You talking about some of our favorite movies?
Yeah, Boys in the Hood.
Higher Learning. You know what I'm saying? Like
The Boys in the Hood. Did he do Boys in the Hood?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Wayans brothers, iconic. In Living
I never
Color
really
was iconic.
Oh yeah, yes. In Living Color was iconic.
Nobody.
Yes.
So you have these other
Yes.
shows like
Yes.
Whose Line Is It Anyway, and some other stuff that's come after them.
Wayne Brady and them now.
They are iconic. For me, that's icon. What
about Jamie Foxx?
Now I will say this about Jamie. Nobody, and for me, has been able to successfully do all three.
He's gifted as heck, ain't he?
Grammys,
He can sing too.
Emmys, or no Grammys. What's the Grammy, Oscar, and he's hilarious stand up.
What's the one song he got?
No, we're not gonna do. We're not. Go to what we're talking about today, because what we're not gonna do is.
Baby. Oh. Okay. All right. So listen, y'all. We don't got much time on this one, but we wanted to finish up our last. That was just a good, the whole icon piece, and
that was a great conversation.
That was a good conversation.
I
would like to
that.
continue.
Welcome to our lives, ladies and gentlemen. Like these are real life conversations that we have every single day.
I would like to continue.
What makes somebody an icon?
Yeah, like think about like Thomas Dexter, T.D. Jakes.
Icon. There's no
icon.
There's no argument. T.D. Jakes is the GOAT. He's an icon.
He is, ain't he?
I want to know the definition of an icon.
Well, icon is like a representative symbol. Icon.
It says relating to or the nature of an icon regarded as a representative symbol as worthy or veneration. It says, and it was a classical Greek statue depicting a victorial athlete.
Yeah, a representative symbol.
Being iconic means widely recognized and well established, basically heroic. Yeah. For me, we have been gifted with a bunch of icons.
Let me ask you this: would what you call it be considered an icon? Maybe not now, but later.
Who?
Jamal Bryant.
No.
He doesn't speak for. He's not the voice.
No.
He's not a voice.
When you're an icon, you're able to bust thresholds of culture and race.
I don't have to be race. It's just because you got white icons who are Just white icons.
No, they're white icons for probably white people.
But they haven't bust through race.
T.D. Jakes has.
I mean, I think he's crossed a lot of boundaries and
That's
barriers.
what I'm saying. Michael Jackson did. He had white girls fainting at the dang on thing. Fainting. So I think that when you're able to, iconic is like across the
Martin
board.
Luther King, iconic.
Iconic.
What's the other one?
Malcolm X.
Malcolm X, icon.
And people will probably argue with you.
He's an icon, bro. There's no argument there.
Muhammad Ali.
Icon.
Icon.
Mike Tyson.
Icon. And it begins to put in proper perspective these other people.
Well, no. See, the way you said that, your nose kind of turned up a little bit. These other people.
Because of the rap now,
No,
it's like
it's
trash.
great. So you're still dealing with great people. They might not be icons. You're still dealing with greatness, though, man. Let's not mistake iconic with greatness.
Who? Who's great?
That might not have been an icon.
Yes.
Tracy McGrady.
I don't. Was he?
What? He was great.
Like Deion Sanders, icon.
Icon.
Emmitt Smith.
But watch this. Deion Sanders, icon. Champ Bailey, great.
Champ Bailey was great. And he was great. I mean, I get what you're saying.
Iconic
So you
is
have
like,
iconic, then you have great,
Yeah.
then you have what?
I mean, then you
Good.
you got excellence. You know, like, think about like Kobe Bryant was an icon before he passed.
Man, he was a freaking icon. Well, I think him dying made him an icon.
He was already an icon.
Nipsey Hussle was not an icon until he died.
He was becoming an icon while he was living.
And his death made him an icon.
His death made him mortal.
That's a fact. So I love that. I think that when you become iconic, when you die, you're immortal.
Immortal is what I meant.
Like it lives forever.
Yeah.
T.D. Jakes passed
Immortal.
away. It's forever.
Immortal.
He's
yeah.
never going anywhere. Never.
And Michael Jackson, it's timeless. Biggie Smalls,
Iconic.
iconic.
When
And
Jay-Z took up out of here,
his
Immortal.
career only lasted 2 years.
that's it.
Well, longer than
Jesus
2 couple
Christ.
years. Couple
Iconic.
Years. But it's the timelessness of what you do.
Facts.
I think we're tapping into something now. The timelessness of what you do.
The timelessness in what you do is what makes you iconic. Is what you're doing timeless?
Yeah.
That's a heavy question.
Yeah. Is it able to transcend
Generations and survive the times.
Right.
Is somebody going to be reading your book in 50 years?
Right.
Is somebody going to be trying to find out what you had to say in the next 10 years? Or are you going to be at the table being discussed when it comes time to enshrine or
Yeah.
induct
Or are people going to quote you to drive home their point?
bomb?
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's crazy. Are you going to be being quoted for somebody and for everybody to be like, ooh, because they're going to know exactly who you are and exactly what that means.
Yeah.
Dang.
Is what you call it icons?
Who?
Outcast.
Yeah, like, I was going to say, because I was going to say Wu-Tang.
Maybe-ish. Maybe, I don't know, maybe-ish.
Because they're the
Maybe not.
They're the first. So, because like Beyonce is iconic.
Absolutely. Beyonce's
But
iconic.
Destiny's Child was not.
No, not at all.
But Beyonce is. Like when
Oh,
Beyonce check up out of here, she's
well,
going to be
it was
timeless.
Was New Edition iconic?
Absolutely.
Was Bobby Brown?
Ooh. No.
His music's timeless. A lot of music is timeless.
Is this music timeless or it reminds us of a good time? See, timeless and reminding us of a good time is two different things.
That's too deep.
That was
deep.
cold.
That's
My
too
Cash
deep.
App is.
That's too deep.
No, that's the truth. Because New Edition right now can go on tour and be fine. Bobby Brown.
Well, because he messed up. Anyways,
I
his
just
mouth
did-
like that.
Timeless and reminding me of a good time is two different
And
things.
Bobby Brown's mouth like that.
Huh?
Bobby Brown's mouth.
What did you just say? Oh, Bobby. got some issues.
Yeah.
No, that is a man. That is, I think,
Samuel Jackson.
iconic.
Yeah. Denzel Washington.
Icon. Period.
Will Smith.
Icon.
Martin Lawrence.
Icon. You gotta understand, you're talking about people who had never, they did things and broke barriers that nobody did. Martin Lawrence had an all-black show on Fox, primetime.
Eddie Murphy.
Icon.
Richard Pryor.
Icon.
Red Fox.
For the comedians, he would be considered an icon because he set that up for them. Richard Pryor set that up. Like Martin Lawrence and them will always tell you, like, he's the grandfather of that. Or the forefather.
What you call it? He ain't new no more.
Kevin Hart?
Kevin Hart.
You think he's an icon, David? He has made history, but I don't know if making history means you're an icon. Because Nelly's not an icon, but Nelly's one of the only rappers that's gone diamond.
I think icon means wanting to be duplicated too. Wanting to be duplicated. Like when you say that person,
they want to be like them.
Do the masses want to be?
Yeah, you want to know why? Because my sons and them shoot in the trash can. You know what they say? Kobe. That's an icon. Or Jordan.
Representative symbol.
Correct. They say LeBron too. LeBron. I guess it's wanting to be emulated. That is some heavy stuff when it comes to like
icon living.
That's Will Smith's son. He made that song. I'm just the icon living. Yeah, that's Will Smith's son. Who's not an icon. His dad is though.
His dad is.
Before the slap.
After
I watch
the slap.
Fresh Prince right now.
After the
It
slap.
drives you crazy. I watch Martin right now. And there is a hint of nostalgia as well that comes with, and I think that falls into that Bobby Brown category or that, some of the old cookout music. It's nostalgia. It gives you that whiff of good times, and that's not to be confused with who is iconic.
Well,
and
y'all,
the impacts of these icons on our culture.
Well, yeah, y'all, you heard it here, man. We talked about icons.
We were supposed to talk about emotional triggers, and we didn't start talking about this. Dang on it! Now we got to do another one. Well, guess what? This is what we're here for.
It is.
Every Monday.
So y'all look for the emotional triggers one.
Oh, because it's coming.
Part 2 coming.
And we had to cool down from the last one,
Yeah,
so I'm actually glad we talked about this because I was getting,
Because I almost.
You almost what? And we was going to do both the same thing. I was going to milli rock on you. Bow, bow.
All right, y'all, listen. Subscribe. Share.
Subscribe to what?
YouTube, Make Marriage Great Again Podcast.
That's what it is.
IG, MMGA Podcast. Facebook, Make Marriage Great Again Podcast. Tell your friends. Go subscribe, like, share in the comments. Put some comments. Do whatever you got to do. Support the mission. Support the movement. We're trying to go far higher. We're trying to go further.
What is happening?
Peace.
Bro, what happened?
I was trying to say further and higher at the same time. I had higher in my mind, but further.
Go far.